All right, guys, today we're going to mix a sample beat. I'm going to guide you through all the steps, and these are free plugins I'm going to use today by Analog Obsession. So let's start by listening to the beat without plugins. So I'm making mental notes, like what do I want to change about the beat? So far, I just want to glue the vocals to this. I want to glue the sample to the drums so they feel like it's one song. Mainly the bass and the kick. All right, so firstly, what I'm going to do is load up Very Moon, which is a free plugin by Analog Obsession. I'm going to mix into this compressor. So all I'm doing here is lowering a threshold, it's called. This compressor has a very specific sound. So if I pull this down, it creates that pocket of just, it stays there and it has a nice pocket of sound. Now you can feel the drums move, whereas before they were there, but they weren't moving. Okay, let's turn up the output just a little bit. So that's the first step, mixing into a compressor or a limiter. Now we're gonna work on these drums specifically. I'm gonna use the SSL version by Analog Obsession called Buster. I think it's called Buster, here we go. So we can, I'm going to set my attack to 30 milliseconds, release to 100 milliseconds or 0.1 seconds. Ratio, I usually keep it at 4:1 on the G compressor, and lower the threshold until you see this needle just barely move. Because these are live drums, you're going to mix them a little bit differently than synthetic drums. The drums are by AJ Hall. You can also turn on turbo mode and the transformer for more harmonics. I'm gonna up my buffer length so we don't hear clicks and pops. Okay, so now I'm just trying to add texture and, you know, density to the drums. Now let's add a plugin called, man, I forget all their plugin names. They're hard to remember. So if you ever forget the plugin name, go to more plugins. Go to Analog Obsession, type in Analog Obsession, and then it will pull up a list of their plugins. I think it's called Eureka. Okay, so it's hard to remember their names because they're so random. Okay, so now let's pull up the UREQ. Now this one's really good on samples, on drums. It's gonna pull up 60 hertz on the drum. Pulled up the 18K for the hi-hat. Okay, let's use the same EQ on the sample. This EQ is something magical about it. You can't push it too hard. I don't know what it is, what they did, but it just sounds good no matter how hard you push. I'm gonna boost 830 to pull that sample up more. Take out some of the low end. Let's A-B the EQ. Just has more vibe with this EQ. I don't know what they did with that EQ, but it's some magic in there. Okay, now let's run it through a compressor. We don't need a compressor because we're sampling an entire song. So the song has been mixed. We don't need to overly mix an already mixed song. But we could use the Colin MB multi-band compressor if you just wanted to have the drums be more dynamic as opposed to the sample. I like the compression on the bass. It just keeps the bass steady, whereas the drums are moving. So I turned off the mid section, so this compressor in the middle is not doing anything. And we're compressing everything below. I'm gonna lower it down to like 150. I guess the bass is pitched up, so technically we gotta... Everything below about 400. We'll compress that. Let's A/B before and after. Here's before. Let's turn the plugins on. Okay, so we could use more aggression on the drums. There are different plugins from this company specifically for adding saturation. I'll just show you a couple, but I'm not going to use them on this beat. This one's good. So we're going to turn down the output first and then crank the gain. Let's listen to the aggression in the drum. Let's solo drum. Okay, you could hear that crunch. So you could blend this in with the mix knob here. So if you want more aggression, you could add this in. I think right there is the sweet spot. Now it adds like a Kanye type thing to it. They also have one called Tuba. There's so many plugins from this company that it's hard to remember all of them, but there's another one called Tuba. So you would do the same thing, pull your levels up. I'm gonna push the lows a little bit harder. I like this one, it's a little cleaner. So here's before. Here's after. It just has a boomier sound to it. I like that sound. So you decide which type of saturation you like. Okay, so now we can add compression to this track. It's already compressed going through the Very Moon, but we can add more if we want. Kind of like the two pre sound more than two buzz. Two buzz kind of low for this beat. I'll exaggerate the compression on the sample just so we could hear. So this makes the sample nice and flat, but the problem is the bass is creating the groove from the sample. So you don't want to overly compress the bass out of its groove. because the drums aren't the only groove in this song. Let's do it before and after. Here's the before. Okay, now I'm going to push the Very Moon just to see what it sounds like by pushing the input. So we're done. This mix so far, it's more organic mix, less harshness. Now this plugin I'm going to add, there's a plugin that's free called Isotope Image. I don't have it in my arsenal. So I'm going to load up the SSL just to widen out this track. SSL Stereo Image. But yeah, there's an Isotope Image plugin that's completely free. I'm just going to use this one because I don't have the other one. Pulled back the two pre because it was a little too aggressive. The drums are already too aggressive for this track when we did the production. So I'm pulling back that just to lower the aggression of the drums. think the best plugin that I've heard from this company is called the UREQ. This thing, I don't know what's in it, some magic inside this thing, but this thing does not sound bad. It just can't sound bad. It sounds so good. Get the free plugins below. Go to analogobsession.com. Peace out, guys.